This is going to have to be a quick segment. ESPN spat out some postseason predictions this week, and I want to know which one you feel is more realistic. Mark Schlabach, longtime writer, puts the Vols in the Texas Bowl in Houston. It'll be the first time the Vols go to the Texas Bowl. He has them playing Iowa State. It'll be the Johnny Majors Invitational if it's Vols versus Cyclones. Kyle Bonagura has the Vols in a better spot. He has them in the Citrus Bowl again in Orlando against Michigan. The Vols went there 2 years ago, so you have the Texas Bowl in Houston. You have the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Finally, ESPN used EA Sports' latest college football game to simulate the 2025 season 25 different times. In at least one of them, Tennessee made the playoff as the number 7 seed, made it to the second round, and lost to Penn State, the number 2 seed. Which scenario is most likely, gentlemen? Texas Bowl, Citrus Bowl, or playoff? And before you answer, LSU was in the Texas Bowl last year at 8-4. South Carolina was in the Citrus Bowl last year at 9-3, and a playoff probably take 10-2. Texas, Citrus, playoff. Vince.
I will say Citrus because I kind of see them as a 9-3, but certainly 8-4 is in the conversation.
Okay.
Texas 8-4. You haven't been to the state since you beat Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl back in 2004. It'd be nice to go to a city Vols fans haven't seen a minute in Houston.
No.
I mean, a bowl game.
Well, but yeah, in a bowl game, you haven't been down there.
you haven't been to state Texas
Yeah,
in a
because
bowl
you
game.
lost at A&M down there 1 year.
Right, bowl game, postseason.
Gotcha.
I'll say Citrus Bowl, but the tricky part about this is they were just there 2 years ago. So
That's
Take
why
that
I
out
said
of it.
Texas.
yeah,
We're just talking
so
ballpark.
I think based on the record, I'll say Citrus Bowl. I think Tampa is where they end up. Vince will be happy with that. But yeah, I think 9-3 is probably more realistic.
Jimmy Hyman.
Texas Bowl 8-4.
They rarely send an East team to the Texas Bowl. It's usually a Western part of it. They don't have the divisions anymore, but it's always been an SEC West team. But you think 8-4 more likely?
I do. I also think going to Tampa might be more likely, but that wasn't one of the choices. So I'm going to go Texas Bowl out of those choices.
I think that there's a mixture of 9-3s and 8-4s in there, but it's all about the pecking order. How many teams in the tennis does the SEC get into the college football playoff, and then where do you go for some of those schools like A&M, Auburn's, where their season finishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as Ryan said, you also have to factor in where have you been most recent and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
You get into the political side of it and who wants who and that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're looking at 8-4, 9-3, 10-2, I think 8-4, 9-3 are a lot more safe than 10-2 at this point. We'll see. I didn't project them to 10-2 last year.
So only 1 out of 25 projections or simulations?
They didn't break it down.
Okay.
I only saw one that had it. I think there was just one. Now, the interesting thing there about making that, in at least one of those variations, one of those simulations, every SEC team, including Vanderbilt, including Mississippi State, made a playoff except one. Except one SEC team didn't make any of their 25 simulations.
Mississippi State.
No, they made it. They made a playoff.
Kentucky.
Kentucky did not make a playoff in any of their 25 EA Sports simulations. Mississippi State did. Vandy did. Everybody else did. But look, it's a video game. That's the one that's least credible. We just did it as a playoff Citrus Texas thing.